The Experience, Part 1. Walking home one early summer's night, I stopped to admire the Hale-Bopp comet in awe. What a powerful, heavenly, majestic sight my ritual of late whilst walking home taking in it all. The wonder holds me. What's out there? Life beyond the stars? I wonder as I look up and stare, is the possibility really too far? I start to walk onwards home, tired, ready to rest, heading home from friends and love to me who were the best. I slipped into a daydream to make my journey feel less, imagining I'm being carried gently to give my tired body and legs a rest. Aware of my surroundings, but locked into a dreamlike state, suddenly I snapped out of this vision, back to awareness concentrate. The air seemed alive, intensity, no one else around. The street seemed still but air vibrating, yet couldn't hear a sound. Then suddenly a golden lattice of light appeared to the left of my head. A buzzing, warping sound so close I felt confusion that turned to dread. What's going on? I turned around and faced, to try and pinpoint the source of this sound. Like the lattice, it sticks close to my head as it grows louder and the light begins to wrap around. I tried to pull this lattice off my face, what I could see of it from my left. It's slightly above my skin, as if covering me in a mesh. Then my attention forcefully pulled towards the sky, like an involuntary shove. A bright light in the distance, a star, far away and high above. A sense of dread came over me, irrational, my stomach churned. I told myself this isn't real, but otherwise I learned. I composed myself and began to walk, the strange noise growing louder and near not far. And again an involuntary movement, I froze, as my gaze lifted upwards to the stars. It's moving now, it's right in front, but high up in the sky. Confused, transfixed, I stopped and stared. What's going on, and what's happening, why? A man bumps into me as he leaves the garden. I turn to him, not knowing what to say, hoping he sees a lattice, hears the sound, to confirm I'm not going insane. We trade stares in silence. I look to the star. He looks also, but nothing did he say. He shook his head, got in his car, as I stood there looking again. The star then dropped at lightning speed, leaving a line of light behind it in the air. I turn to the man in his car as he drives away. I'm alone and now in despair. The star, now much bigger, closer, but hovers above rooftops ahead and afar. I look down to the ground in fear. Towards my house I begin to march. Too scared to look up, I march, trying not to stumble, panic-stricken, disoriented, babbling. This isn't happening, I mumble. I cross the road again, I freeze, still looking to the ground. The noise now embroiled with sounds and voices. Reluctantly I look up and around. Crack! Something in my mind then snapped. The star was a golden amber orb light, and was not hovering above my head as feared, but was waiting above my home that fateful night. I was distraught, 1,000 thoughts and feelings racing through my being. Between the breaking down and going mad, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. The Experience, Part 2. The golden orb shines brightly, yet its light shards prematurely end. None of it makes sense to me. Panic consumes, mind breaks and bends. Then silence, blackness, peace and calm, a gentle violet breeze and sense of euphoric bliss. Diamonds of light on glowing threads dance and chime within this mist. No sense of self, no sense of I, just energy amongst the vibrant scene. A beauty and bliss indescribable, beyond any word or thought or dream. But then I feel my feet, the energy is leaving. I feel my legs, body, then I see. I'm now stood upon the pavement, like a child begging someone desperately, please don't leave me, please don't leave. I feel like something pops out from the crown of my head. I come to my senses and look around. I can hear my heart beating loud and slow, as a golden ripple of light spreads from all around. I lift my hands to touch this ripple. Golden light parts between my fingers. The sense of calm and clarity with me. A dim version of the violet breeze still lingers. I felt one with everything, calm and clear. I could sense the grass, the air, the trees. But then I thought, the orb of light, and the beautiful sense began to leave. I looked around in hope to see someone who would witness what went on. To validate I wasn't going mad, but no one was there. No one. And from my right, a sharp sound and pain. I turned and saw a cat at me staring. I looked into its eyes, perplexed at its pain. Then from its eyes, whilst glaring, a vortex of dark colours began to emit from this feline's gaze and eyes. A vibrating, high-pitched noise got louder. My head felt crushed from both sides. I winced and quickly looked away, saying out loud, "What the hell?" Holding my head in pain, all was black. Did that cat just cast a spell? Then suddenly, I'm on the path, heart beating loud and slow. Ripples of golden light once more. I've just done this, I did know. I quickly turned to my right. The cat then emerged from behind the wall. I looked away. This is deja vu. And forwards I began to stroll. Just outside my house, a splat, some kind of liquid dropped on my head. Before I could look up, I could feel this liquid wrapped around me and start to spread. I could see its holographic hues of black, purple, green wrap around my arm. I tried to pull it off as it went down my throat. A sense of panic replaced the calm. I stumbled forward as if to vomit, this sensation on me wrapping around. Then out of nowhere I leapt up screaming as if throwing someone off my back onto the ground. I screamed, "Get the F off me!" Arms outstretched, looking to the starry sky. But then I noticed pure black, no stars. I couldn't fathom why. Once my eyes adjusted, I realised and I saw a pure black triangle was wobbling delicately without sound. So black my first thought was bewildering, unnaturally black, like it was absorbing light from all around. I'm embarrassed to say it looked so unreal, I thought something had cut a hole within the sky. Then I realised this thing was really there, as in each corner did appear a light. Absolute fear and terror gripped me, my throat bone dry, again my mind did snap. No room for thought, froze on the spot, paralysed beneath this triangle of black. The Experience, Part 3. Powerless froze beneath this black triangle, eyes locked, unable to move at all. I felt as though I was made of glass, if struck I'd shatter and pieces fall. Mouth so dry down to my throat, air rasping from my lungs. A nightmare unfolds before me, and it's only just begun. No sense of power or control. I looked at its green corner lights, but they are red now and not green, caught in immobilized fight. Looking at the red boomerang-shaped lights, they're not red, they're now green. The lights were changing colours, but their transition was unseen. I felt that I was melting into the very air, a vibration like colours all around. If I could catch a light's transitioning from red to green, I felt I had some chance, my mind unbound. Mentally grasping for anything to keep me sane, if I could see the lights change, I was still me. In the centre of the triangle, a white light shone. A primal scream from within broke me free. Stumbling towards my house, gasping, shaking, weak at the knees, the vibrations ceased, my being in disarray, fumbling my front door keys. Shaking so bad I can't insert the key, it took every ounce of strength and coordination and will to hold my hand still enough to insert it into the door. So weak I can't turn the key, my hands I hardly feel. Open, I burst, falling into the house. No one's up or awake. What shall I do? Shall I wake them up? Or call my friend? No, it's too late. Babbling, delirious. If it's gone, they think I'm mad. I look out the window, then to the door to see if the triangle's still up above. Hovering silently above the house, gigantic but quieter than a dove. I sit on the sofa, a million racing thoughts, voices echoing, vibrating all around, such fear. I open the front window and peek out, looking up. It's gone. Then a corner of the light of the triangle emerges and appears. It's hovering above the roof, waiting patiently. I rush to the back of the house, open the window, look up, the sight the same. What do? Do I wake the others, or just hope that it goes away? I open the front door and look up again. The craft shows itself to me. I sit on the doorstep in the hopes of a passer-by who can confirm what I do see. Then the chaotic voices cease, a sense of calm. Then a small white ball of light flickers before my eyes, and then a voice gently utters, "This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, Earl. They don't want to take you, they want you to go with them." Dawned on me the voice was right. I propped the front door open using a shoe and began to walk towards the park, the triangle gently following in the sky, dark blue. I got to the park's entrance, the triangle caught up, waiting patiently above my head. I looked to the darkness of the park. Fear set in. I ran back home, again a sense of dread. I stood at the door, watching it slowly return. Please someone drive by, walk past, a friend. Then I watched it pick up speed and fly off, but I was to find this was not the end. The Experience, Part 4. The craft now gone, I lock the doors and windows. I make my way upstairs. I want to wake my housemates. Distraught and delirious at their door, I stand and stare. I make my way to my bedroom, body still vibrating, sounds and voices in my mind. I sit on my bed holding my knees to chest. In my body no peace I find. Then through a gap in the curtains, a green beam of light shines through onto the wall. Panic-stricken, I take my bed sheets and block the curtains more. The light has gone, I've won, a little victory in my mind. Back on my bed, knees on chest, then another light does shine. My mind snaps again, seeing this green beam, as it's shining through a solid wall. This can't be real, it's not happening. Russia now has taken its final fall. I leapt up and wildly spit on my hands, telling myself the light is just glowing paint. I tried to rub it off the walls with my moistened hands. It doesn't dim, it doesn't go faint. I leap back onto my bed, knees held rocking back and forth. Eyes closed oh so tight, talking to myself sobbing. Eyes closed but still have sight. I can see images and light moving all around, but a distant white light stationary in the storm. It's waiting, pulsing, observing me. I open my eyes, the green beam gone. I keep eyes open, too scared of things once closed, my head pulsing, I hear my blood rush. Then some translucent figures begin to appear in the room. I close eyes again, no senses I can trust. Terrified of what's before my closed eyes, I'm waiting to be touched. The vision's chaos, the point of light, it's really all too much. And then to my left, to my right, two glowing figures do appear. Formless yet somehow feminine. They say, "Be calm, Earl, do not fear." The light in the chaos rhythmically moves, coming closer in sequence, then pauses. It pulses and makes me feel like I'm being calmed but drowning. I feel my left eye trance out, synchronized to its forces. I can't do this, I say, as I'm melting again. The glowing ladies try to calm me. Amongst the images and light that dances, I feel I'm floating through time, floating through space. I can't do this, I internally scream, and break free from the trance. I almost felt the glowing ladies try to reach out to stop me, as I opened my eyes to their protests in such pain. I awoke partially and was like a ghost out of my body, and I was climbing out the window, the triangle back again. My ghost crashed back into my body. I leapt back from the window to my bed, too scared to keep my eyes open, delirious, too scared to close them to see what's in my head. I faced the wall, hands in front of my open eyes, my logic that nothing could appear in that tiny space. But my left eye hurt in trance and out, twisting tension in my face. It was calling me to the window, and with a mix of curiosity, fear and anger, I'd done just that, got up and looked out, but no triangle, but two red lights spaced out far yonder. Between these distant red lights, like sentinels in the sky, a white light traversed between them, and then went out of sight. I climbed out of the window onto the extension roof, and seeing a third red light, the white light appeared travelling towards it, like doing circuits patrolling the sky. My head vibrating, pulsing, I fighting off the trance. I said in my mind, "Come on then, I'm ready." The white light broke off from its flight path. As it got closer towards me, although its light's now white, it was the triangle once again, but in the window I jumped in fright. What the hell is going on? What's this feeling in my head? I stood and watched the lights till dawn, and that's where my first experience ends.